Alright, gonna break out the big boy. There. I think I call that a success. Sturdy as hell. Got some goodies in the mail today. Chain, sprocket, and then one more nice and shiny rear sprocket. I already got the pulley off. This one is broke loose. Well, these two bolts are. The big one's not. This is coming off. This is going to go on with the lip facing in. Big sprocket's going to go on the hub. Torque it down to spec. Good to go. It's a whole lot easier than the dyno. You have to pull the whole primary off. This thing, there's just one little cover here that goes, and it's easy. This is the tool we use to pull the pulley off of a twin cam engine. This just happens to fit perfectly. I'm gonna break out the big boy. Now this is reverse thread. There. Just fell on my toe. A little bit of red Loctite. Let me check the torque specs. 110 to 120 foot-pounds. God damn, boy. Except for this chain conversion, TC Bros says you need a 137 link chain. Not true at all. This is a 130 link chain, and I'm gonna have to cut some of it off. Keep that in mind. Don't go out and spend the extra 40 bucks or whatever it is for a 150 link chain. 130 is plenty. I'm gonna have to cut probably somewhere around 10 links off this thing. So with the master link, you probably get away with a 120 link chain. Who knows? Chain conversion's on, and of course that leads to more issues. Battery box. That's rubbing pretty bad. May have to move that over. Alright, just a quick little update. Got the chain conversion kit put on. Okay, so we're having some clearance issues with the battery box. I'm hoping I have an easy fix for this. I think I might. I may end up cutting the battery box off and just sliding it over to the left about as far as it can go. These bolts for the battery box are like 3 inches long. They're pretty fucking long. So I may try to get some shorter ones, see if that'll work. I'm gonna finagle around here a little bit and just see if I can get something to work here. So we got this, the wheel's all the way forward, got some slop. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off, and then when I adjust this back, then we'll tighten this up. The wheel, the axle moving back will tighten the chain up, and it should have plenty of clearance here, and I know it's gonna be good down here. If you don't know what this is a chain cutting tool. Super duper handy if you have a few change over bikes. Unfortunately, this one's not mine. I had to borrow it. Basically, you put the chain in between these two right here. This piece drives through, and it's got basically a punch on the end of it, and it drives through the rivets on the chain. Go. Seat is here. This is the Cobra seat from TC Bros, and the Fender is also here. This is the 6-inch wide manta ray from Lowbrow. It's got kind of a nice flare on the end of it that I like. This is not the final placement of the Fender. I'm gonna get the underside of the seat tacked in place real quick before I do anything else. This is where things are gonna get kind of all over the place, because I'm gonna tack this in place, take the seat off, finish welding this cross member on here. That's about as far as I can go with the seat for now. And then I'm going to get the fender done. And then once the fender's done, I'll be able to drill the back hole for the back of the seat and get that mounted on. And then drill into the frame up here and weld in a bung. It's like a top hat shaped bung up here. And that'll be the final mounting point for the seat. So there's 4 mounting points for the seat, and I'm only gonna be able to do 2 of them right now. It's kind of, you gotta do a bunch of other stuff before you can get like one thing done basically. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this tacked in. I've already got it measured and centered. Take my ratchet, take the seat out, finish welding all that in place, and then probably gonna try to get started on the fender. I'm gonna kind of have this an aggressive all the way forward. I want this bottom part that you probably can't see right here, I want it down lower than the battery box just to keep anything from getting into the battery box area. And this flare on the end is going to stick out just past the sissy bar. I'm going to fire up the welder, tack, tack. Alright, that looks like it's pretty well on there. So we're gonna let that cool, do another test fit with the seat, go from there. Alright, I know I say this a lot, battery died, don't know where it left off. I get into this shit and I just forget about the camera for a little while. The bungs are attached to the sissy bar now. I'm going to pop the sissy bar off. I already got everything marked with Sharpie where I got to drill holes, because these are threaded on the inside, the same with the mount on the front. So I'm going to pop the sissy bar off, finish the welds on the inside, and then I'm going to get these holes drilled for the final mount of the fender. Holes for the front mount, and then I just circled the bungs on the back and I'll drill in the center of them. Got the fender here. These are the front mounting bolts, a little bit smaller than the rear, which are these ones. So like I said, I already got these marked, so I'm going to go ahead and get these drilled. 5/16 hole for these ones, the front ones, and then probably 3/8 for the rear. And then I'm going to get the back tire pulled off. Get this thing mounted, see how it looks, see how it fits. Okay, front ones are done. I'll step these back ones up just a little bit more. I'd call that a success. Sturdy as hell. I Still gotta put the leather washers on here. That's all gonna be later. I just wanted to make sure everything is in the right spot, and it definitely is. Should be able to get the seat finalized now. Okay, so the fender is on. It's on, it fits, it's solid, good clearance all the way around. Looks great, exactly what I wanted. I wanted the lower part, or the front part of it, to be lower than the battery box, just to keep the battery from getting any sort of road grime or anything on it. With that, I need to get the angle grinder, and there's a length of this mounting area that needs to come off. So I just need to cut that off real quick. So wheels got to come out, sissy bar's got to come off, fender's got to come off. I'm going to reinforce this weld a little bit under here on the back side where I haven't welded. I need to drill the hole for the seat, which I've already marked. I basically just put the seat on, bolted it on here, and then use the bolt on the bottom of the seat to etch a mark on here. And then the fender will be done. All the holes drilled, ready for paint. And the only reason I'm going to go back in here and reinforce this weld is because a lot of my weight and any rider's weight is going to be on this fender, because the seat is mounting to the fender. It's not just mounting here with springs or something. So I want to have this nice and strong. Angle grinder, cut that off.